pay guideline child support based on your current income to Ms. Willis?
No, because
why not?
I also have them half the time. I have them half the month, so it's exactly 50-50, and I do all the extra.
When you say you could have the children 50-50, how many nights out of the week are they at your place?
They're out of the whole month, 14 days out of the month.
That's basically the whole time.
Pass the witness, Your Honor?
Yeah.
That's basically the whole time.
The content that I have for you guys here today is literally ridiculous, as it continues to demonstrate the disadvantages that men have within the family court system today. But you guys are going to like it because there's a happy ending at the end of it. This case details an ex-couple that had a kid. Now currently they have 50-50 custody. The mother is a nurse making good money, but yet still complaining that her lifestyle post-divorce has changed. These feminists scream from the mountaintops, the wage gap. And there is no wage gap, but an effort gap. And the selfishness of their arguments are on display within this content. Let's get active on this one. Without further ado.
So the final decree of divorce signed on January 6, 2021.
Yeah, the court takes just notice of that final decree of divorce, again, signed January 6, 2021.
Right. Ms. Willis, does that final decree of divorce order Mr. Mulligan to pay you any child support?
No.
No.
Okay. Does it order Mr. Mulligan to do something else in lieu of paying
yes.
support?
Yes, to pay $600 of daycare and school supplies.
Okay. Since the signing of that divorce decree, has Mulligan done that?
He has done that, yes. There was
So we're done.
a year that they were not in daycare because I was staying at home, so at that time, no, but while they have been in daycare and at the start of school, he has paid that.
How are the children currently insured?
Through Dad. Through Justin.
If Mr. Mulligan is still paying the daycare as per the divorce decree, why do you now want him picked for it?
You see, this is the type of shit that's really crazy. You were together, and behind his and your money together, you were living a certain lifestyle. Y'all broke up. You have the kids half the time, and he has them half the time. Yet he's the one paying for daycare, not you. And they got health insurance under him. You really almost don't do anything. And yet still, you're asking for more money from him. For what? To take care of the kids. They already have everything they need. It's just because you want another check from him that you can spend on something else. Because the daycare thing was, the $600 was limited to daycare, so you had to use it for that. Child support could be for a lot of shit. She wants her lifestyle to go back up.
Yep.
That's fucking nasty work. You're a thief, and you're using the children to steal.
Really, to maintain the lifestyle that I was able to provide for the kids prior to the divorce, I'm no longer able to provide. I mean, they don't have the same lifestyle with me that we've always had. And
they do with their father.
It's hard sometimes.
So the husband is providing medical, school supplies, as well as daycare to the amount of $600 a month, and has the kids for 50% of the time. And this woman has the gall and audacity to say and admit that she cannot provide the same lifestyle as when divorced. Now, with all of those things provided for the child and them being with the husband 50% of the time, do you really think that she means the lifestyle for the children?
No.
Or the lifestyle for her?
It's for her.
Can you give an example?
Because they already have the lifestyle when they're with me.
Right.
If they're with you and they don't have the lifestyle, that's your fault. And if that's your fault, then what you want me to do about that? I'm not going to be, just because we got married once, I'm not going to be, we broke up, I'm not going to be responsible for you for the rest of your life.
Guess what? Hustle harder then, honey.
Right. Go work, you broke motherfucker. Stop this.
That?
I mean, doing extra things, or even, doing any extra things, like going to a local farm here where you can pick strawberries and such. Like, I can't afford that anymore.
I'll take them.
So, I mean, I'm just unable to provide those type of things for them. So, I mean, they're not going to have the memories with me doing those type of things.
Does Mr. Mulligan provide any other support for the children at daycare cost and school supplies?
Yes, he does.
What does he provide?
He has paid for Jace's sports, and I mean, school clothes, school shoes, Halloween costumes,
Doing
I
court
mean,
on
that
Zoom
type
is
of thing,
crazy.
yeah.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
He's literally paying for everything. School, shoes, clothes. How much shit do you think children fucking need, bruh? He buying everything.
Yep.
He should be asking, what do you pay for? Nothing, right?
Whole point is you wanted out of the marriage that was a team thing, and now you're by yourself, so you have to take the load by yourself on your half when you have those kids. So guess what? You have to hustle harder. If that's what you wanted to do, you wanted to leave. If it was so bad that you didn't want to be with your husband anymore, you broke up the dynamic of that nuclear family that was working, but guess what? You wanted to break that up and leave. So guess what? You have to pick up the slack.
Right.
That he picked up majority for you.
Right. That's the thing. It's like they break up and the women always say what the slack that gets left. They always just like, yeah, the man has to pick it up for both of us.
No, that's
Why?
not. After you leave, it's done. He's not responsible for you. You have to pick up that other slack.
And usually they get away with this because they usually have the kids. They're usually the custodial parent. So the father sees them like regularly, but they live with their mother. And their father has the money. So she can use that to extort anything she wants out of him because she can say the lifestyle thing, but the lifestyle thing would be applicable to the children too.
Right.
Because they have to have the lifestyle their father has. It's you see what I'm saying? Her doesn't matter. If they don't live with him, basically that's why the more money you make, the more child support you have to pay. Because if you're rich, they don't want you to be rich, and just because the wife left, now the kids are poor.
Yeah,
You
I
feel
get
me?
that. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's why you have to provide enough to have that lifestyle match yours. But that being said,
It doesn't belong. That
it's kind of it doesn't work as well when
Right.
the kids live with you even part of the time.
Right.
Right? And it's like ultimately, honestly, they should just the best thing would be take them away from you.
Yeah, I agree.
Let them live at the father's 100% of the time, and you get visitation.
You're right.
Because clearly
You can't provide
you can't
the
provide.
same manner as the father. So
Right, you're admitting that you can't provide a proper lifestyle for your children in your home. So therefore, they should go and live with their father. And the fact that you can't afford that is no longer his responsibility because he can afford himself. If you die tomorrow, he will be fine. So he's setting money into the abyss. Why would he give it to you?
when you make those
There was
kids,
some
you make
longing
an
getting
agreement
control
that
of
you're gonna
questions.
do things together for the benefit of the kids.
If you leave, you still gotta take
guess
care of
what?
them.
That's on you. You're the person who left.
Right, so you still got to take care of
You
him.
gotta pick up the slack.
Is it Ms. Willis?
No. No.
Go ahead and call your next witness, Ms. Lascaux.
Notice how this woman attempted the tried and true method of describing something, but then added on crocodile tears in order to gain sympathy for the court. Ma'am, you're both fully working adults. He has them 50% of the time,
Right.
and it seems as though he's paying almost everything in regards to your children.
Yeah.
You
Might
are
as
not
well have
supposed
them.
to retain the exact same lifestyle post-divorce as when you were married. That wouldn't make any damn sense.
Right.
This just means that you have to put more hours in the gym, more effort into your work to maintain your lifestyle. But now they're going to pass questions to the father, and let's listen and see how much of the difference that these two parents put into effort into their families.
Okay. State calls Mr. Mulligan. Mr. Mulligan, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How much do you earn?
Roughly, without overtime, like $2,300 every 2 weeks.
Okay. Are you paid hourly?
Yes, ma'am.
How much are you paid per hour?
37.
Okay. How many hours a week do you work?
I work shift work, so every 2 weeks it's 84 hours.
Okay. Do you ever work any over?
Yes, I do work overtime occasionally.
About how many hours of overtime do you work per month?
I'd say maybe 30, 40 hours.
Is that your only source of income?
Yes, ma'am.
Does your employer offer health and dental insurance for you to put the children on?
Yes, they're on it.
How much does that cost you per pay period?
I think it's like 160. Well, I think it's like 160 a month.
Does your employer offer dental insurance to put the children on?
Yes.
Okay, how much does that cost you per pay period?
I'm not sure. That was both of them together. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. That amount I told you.
Okay. Do you have any other children under the age of 18 besides Jason Kylie?
Yes, I have 2 of them.
Do they live in the house or in your home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you pay for Jason Kylie's daycare every month?
I don't pay the full amount because before it was both of them going in there. I pay 2/3, which is $400 a month.
Why has it decreased?
Because it's only Kylie that's in there. When we first got divorced, it was
Okay.
$900 a month, so I was paying $600 a month. So now it's $600 a month, so I pay $400.
Is that because Jace is in school now?
Yes.
Do you provide any other support for the children on a monthly basis?
Well, I mean, everything she just listed, and then I do all the fundraisers. I do the school pictures. I do all the Halloween stuff. I do the sports. I do the dentist appointments, doctor's appointments. I pay for all that.
I haven't heard one thing that she.
What does she do? She just showed up. She does nothing. The kids are with her 50% of the time. That's it. She doesn't do anything or pay for anything. And she's still asking for more money. Oh, this is nasty work, bro. This is nasty work, bro. Oh, shit. And you have a job. I would think this was nasty work even if you didn't have a job. Because they'd be like, go fucking find one. You don't live here no more. Go find one. But to say that you got a real job and you just like, ugh, Jesus, spit on you. Trash.
And I give her money at Christmas time so she can get the presents she wants for them.
You have a ballpark.
She doesn't even buy the Christmas gifts. She doesn't even buy the Christmas gifts. He gives her money to buy them Christmas gifts. And you came to court to ask for more money. And we live in a society where you thought you'd really get it. Get the fuck out of here.
Figure on about how much you spend for the children every month?
No, I mean, I have no idea. I'd have to sit there and I'd have to look at my bank statements. But, I mean, $300 maybe? I don't know. 200 $300.
Do you agree to pay guideline child support based on your current income to Ms. Willis?
No, because
Why not?
No.
I also have them half the time. I
Right.
have them half the month. So it's exactly 50-50. And I do all the extra.
When you say you could have the children 50-50, how many nights out of the week are they at your place?
They're out of the whole month, 14 days out of the month.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
So not only does his father spend 14 days a month with his children, but he also works 208 hours a month, basically working 10 plus hours a day during this bi-weekly shift thing that he does.
Ugh.
And he pays for most of the children's expenses, and she is still asking for more. What more do
You want from me?
Shout out to Tyrese, but tell me.
Why did they do
that
Stop
just
shaming
makes
my
sense.
boys,
Ma'am,
please.
he's working an extra 30 hours a month in overtime. Where's your overtime? You should be happy and count yourself lucky that you're getting anything with 50-50 custody. And on top of that, you have an active father within your child's life. How dare you, Barbie?
Miss Willis, do you have any
She ugly ass
questions
Barbie.
of this witness?
No.
Okay. And do you work, Miss Willis?
Yes, I do.
Okay, where do you work?
I work at a pediatric office.
I presume
as a
that's the
nurse.
judge.
Yeah, I was wondering.
As a
who the
nurse,
judge
how
was.
much do you
That's
earn
him, I
there?
think.
I make $23.94 an hour.
How many hours a week do you work?
40.
Okay. Is it accurate? I mean, does Mr. Mulligan have the children 14 days out of the month?
Yes, he gets them on his days off.
Okay. How old is the youngest?
3.
And Mr. Mulligan, I mean, is it kind of like your position that you're just opposed to modifying it at all? Or
At
just
all.
not to the guideline support amount, or?
At all.
At all.
No, I don't feel like
At
I should have
all.
to modify it all. I mean, I'm a dad. I'm there for my kid. I can understand if I only had them every other weekend, but I have them every single day I'm off. And I do all the extra stuff that costs money.
Right.
I don't ask her to do it. I
So
do
adding.
it.
And Ms. Willis, you said that he's consistently done what y'all had agreed to kind of outside of
Mhm.
child support in that divorce decree.
Yes.
At least
I
she's
mean,
not lying, though.
Yeah.
And he is a good dad. You know, he has done all of that.
Okay.
Stop
Um,
Sorry.
this. So why are you doing this?
Now, to the untrained eye, you may think that, there's a couple of tears there because
Fake.
maybe she's starting to realize that the man, the father, actually does a lot within the children's life. But to my eye, it's the realization that she's not going to get her way.
Yeah.
And she's trying to gain some sympathy now that she realizes that she may have to work extra to get the same lifestyle. But
Yep.
now let's listen to the kind of workers that these parents are.
how long have you been at this job, Mr. Mulligan?
I've been 11 years.
Okay. How long have you been working at your job, Ms. Willis?
5 years with. I just started back. I took a year off, and this is my 2nd month back.
So were you working at it at the time you got divorced in January of 2021?
Yes.
Okay.
And
She was working at the time
Yeah.
that she got divorced. That's what he said.
Yeah. So she was working at the time that they got divorced and then took a year off. So in between
The divorce.
the time when they got divorced and now, she took a year off. I don't know how long it's been since they were divorced, but she took a year off a year ago, and she's just been back for 2 months. It's like, that's another reason why you're asking for money.
Yeah.
You ain't been working, so you don't have any money.
Yeah.
And like you thought that by divorcing him that you'd be fine not working because money would come to you from him, only to find out that that's not going to be the case and he won't agree to it. So you had to go to court to enforce it. Because you didn't plan to come after him for more spousal whatever or more child support 2 months ago when you started working. You thought of it before that, during the time you weren't working, because you were running out of money and you wanted to make sure that you didn't have to go back to work. Nasty.
Anything further from the state, Ms. Laskowski?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further you think I need to know, Ms. Willis?
No.
Anything further you think I need to know, Mr. Mulligan?
No, sir.
Okay. And I'll just say, to modify child support, I need to find a material and substantial change
There it
in
is.
circumstances from the date of the last order.
There it is, Chief.
I'm just going to say I'm having a hard time finding that here. If you guys chose not to go a specific child support amount to do this outside agreement, which is being followed,
Yeah.
you were both, I guess, kind of likewise similarly employed at the time of the divorce, so there hasn't been any great changes, from an income status for either one of you. So that being said, I think I'm just going to deny the modification altogether, leave the terms
Yep.
as they were per the divorce.
Goodbye.
Again, I'm just trying to explain to y'all where I'm at. I mean, it would be one thing, and I appreciate the fact that everyone's been following it and you guys have been able to work together to the extent that you have. I mean, that's absolutely great. But, frankly, because of that, there hasn't been any change. It's not like Mr. Mulligan wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Right.
So I'm going to deny the modification. again, so those prior terms, that's not to say that it can't get modified again in the future, because, you know, it looks like at some point here, daycare costs might be going down to 0 or something like that. I guess whenever the youngest gets into school, that's why I was asking what age or something we were at there. But that's going to be my ruling here today. I can't, like I say, I can't find the material and substantial change. Everyone has 3 days to request de novo appeal hearing in the district court if you don't agree with my ruling. But thank you all very much.
Shout out to this judge
That's
for
it. Back it up.
denying the modification
I heard that shit,
and
no.
not
Yeah.
giving this demon serpent greedy woman more money on top of this.
Just
This
for
woman
yourself.
is delusional and hallucinating. This man does not owe you extra when he has the children for 50% of the time because he puts more work in than what you do.
And honestly, looking at this, I struggle to figure out what she was doing.
Right.
What she does. She described not having money to take him to do shit while she had him. And that's all I got. I hear nothing else.
She just doesn't know how to downsize her life because she needs to provide for her children. She wants to provide, but she wants her life still to be lavish. You have to downsize, honey.
So
You have to downsize and then begin to hustle. You're on your own. You decided to leave a team that you had with somebody to handle those kids, and now that team is gone, so it's now all on you when you're by yourself with those kids at the end of the day. Okay?
I just never understood the entitlement of alimony or like ridiculous child support.
I don't get it either because, like I just said.
Yeah,
like,
you leave, made the decision to
Right.
leave, and now you feel like while you're gone from me, I should pay you. You are fucking crazy. Like, and honestly, like at this point, what women are giving up careers for their fucking marriages? That really don't be happening like that, bro. Where I had no choice but to quit my job and stay home, and I would have been a high earner otherwise. That scenario is few and far between. Most of the time, you weren't really doing that shit anyway. And then now y'all break, because if she wasn't doing shit when they're not together, I know she wasn't doing shit when they were together.
Possibly, yeah.
Yet all of a sudden now you want to pop up and he should just pay for you like a bill? While you do what? Go find a new man? Never, never, ever. Alimony should be abolished. And child support should be only for the child. A woman should have to put up receipts for everything she paid for child support. They should give you a card.
I was just going to say that.
He pays the money to some place, they give her a card. Pay some escrow spot, they give her a card. This is what you have, and these are the things you're allowed to use it for, like fucking EBT or whatever. Like certain shit you simply cannot buy with this.
Like they should have like a branching bank for child support and like have that bank give out cards and monitor like what is being spent for the child.
Exactly.
So like there's a way that they can definitely set this shit up for them.
That way, we know you're only buying food and paying rent, as opposed to going to get your nails and your hair done.
Or
I don't want to hear it. Or to the
whatever.
club and shit. Taking vacations and shit like that. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Kick rocks.